What's up? What's up? Welcome into an Orange Zone Overtime. This just feels like the weekly routine because we have a brand new recruit that we want to dive into committing to Syracuse football. Tommy Sladek, Ashley Wenskoski, Samantha Croston. I was trying to decide on Sam or Samantha there.
Like you were here
I was
with
like,
Samantha.
Samantha.
We've been friends for a long time. You got stuck there.
I just got stuck in the
That's why
middle.
you gotta go Sammy.
We also have
If you ever get
Rachel
stuck.
Culver on the producer mic. Rachel, put a deuces up. Show the people where you are behind the scenes.
Hey.
There we go. What's up, gang? Okay, so here it is. Top-rated class of 2024 cornerback Marcellus Barnes Jr. committed to Syracuse football over the weekend. Number 8 prospect out of Tennessee. Number 24 in the class of 2024 ranking according to the 24/7 Sports Composite. Sam, Ashley, your immediate reactions, and a part of it is you just expected it at this point.
I was watching the All-American Bowl, and I expected him
That's
to
an
reach
important
for the
part of
Syracuse
this.
hat. Like,
he did it during. That was cool. Cool presentation.
yeah.
Tell us about it.
One of my biggest takeaways was, we did find out afterwards that he signed during early signing period.
Yeah.
The school knew he was going to commit. But I think that's a huge deal for Syracuse as a football program. I mean, you watch the All-American Bowl and those types of commitment shows usually, and it's Ohio State, Alabama, reaching
Georgia.
for the same hats
Yeah.
all the time. For him to get up there on national television and pick Syracuse, that's a big deal. And even they said it on the broadcast. Like, no kid has ever reached for a Syracuse hat before at the All-American Bowl. Super cool moment for the program and for, I'm sure, Fran Brown. And then after that, it resulted in them talking about Syracuse football and Fran Brown and everything he's
Right.
doing here for like 4 or 5 minutes on NBC in front of a huge audience. So I think that's a major takeaway from this.
This commit was important because of the exposure it brought to
Yes.
the school. It was massive. Not to mention, you said about the Syracuse helmet, but imagine there being a Syracuse helmet there. To the left of that helmet's Georgia. To the right of that helmet is Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Those were his top 3. So it's not just the fact that he picked Syracuse. It's that, again, you're seeing someone pick Syracuse over a Georgia, over a top school. That's important, too. But again, being able to hear the reasons on national TV as to why he picked Syracuse, and you hear about the relationship building, I think even for other players who are watching or who are interested, that matters. And then again, I know we keep track of this all the time, but to again look at the Syracuse 2024 football commits and where we are as far as the rankings, 35 overall rank, 40 composite rank, 18 transfer rank. It's pretty impressive. It's a big deal. And I would be so curious to see, by the time all is said and done in this go around this year, where these numbers stand.
Yeah.
How high can they really get,
I mean, On 3 Sports, I believe, just had a graphic they put out yesterday having Syracuse at number 5 on the transfer ranking.
So it does depend where you look.
It depends where you look, but we like 24/7. We like the composite ranking because it kind of blends a lot of stuff, and I think they really do a great job over there. But just to be top 40, to have them at 35 is like, I mean, it's knocking on the doorstep. It's just a brand new world. Like, Fran Brown has kicked down the wall to a brand new world for these fans. And it's exciting.
And already, like, this
Yeah.
has been a month. Give him a year. Give him 2 years. I mean, where are those numbers going to be, truly?
Isn't that crazy? We're finally, I will feel like I'll never forget that his first press conference was December 4th.
Yeah.
And we are just a little tiny bit past January 4th. Like, it's truly like unreal, unbelievable. You could list off 15 things that he accomplished in his first month, and there'll still be another 15 unnamed items. It's nuts.
And it's not done yet. We're still seeing names that are going to be popping out here and there, and there's obviously positions they need to fill. We've seen some of those that fans were wanting to see at the offensive line, which was certainly an area of concern. People are like, when are we going to get these recruits? Some of those guys are starting to fill in. Sam, I know you did a whole big thing on that last week.
Oh, on Tank?
Yeah, Tank, and then was it Weatherspoon?
I know it was Weatherspoon. Actually, that's who it was on, was Weatherspoon. I just couldn't get over that man's proportions, and I just think it's funny. But I mean, you're right. That's the other thing that's crazy about it is it's not like it's just one position that he's good at recruiting. I mean, all of the holes that you were worried about and the O-line and whatever. Like, there's players coming from every single position, players coming from a lot of different schools, players being recruited out of a lot of different states. It's like there's no area that he is too fearful, him and his staff, to go and try and beat someone out. And so much of the time I think that you've mentioned this before, but definitely I've been hearing this narrative. It is a crazy feeling to see schools and think, that guy's probably going to pick Syracuse.
Yeah.
I wonder if other fan bases are thinking that too.
Yeah, that's a great point. I wonder if other fan bases are watching now being like, there's a Syracuse hat. Like,
That's not good. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, they at least think there's a chance.
Yeah.
It changed a lot in a little period of time. I think there's just a big lesson there to show in in what Fran Brown was able to accomplish when everybody thought, no, there's only a certain level that you'll be able to accomplish at this school. Like, that's the power of one person and the mindset that he had. It brought complete change. So I'm inspired by it.
Definitely. And I think something that I also thought about with Barnes, he's from Tennessee. So I think we've been talking a lot about the Northeast recruits.
Right.
It's good to see him getting some of these kids out of the South, like you mentioned. He can recruit anywhere geographically. But that's what I was thinking about when I saw Barnes pick the Syracuse hat. Like, he had Ole Miss and he had Georgia. He would have been a lot closer to home, would have been, regionally a lot more familiar with it, and he chose to come thousands of miles away up north. So I think that can't be ignored. And it's not like we haven't seen it with other recruits, right? King Joseph's Edwards is from Georgia. There's a few, but we've been focused so heavily on the Northeastern New York, New Jersey thing. It's good to see some of these kids from a Tennessee, a Georgia.
In that same realm, I actually saw a tweet this week from Bluestein Recruiting. His name is Larry Bluestein. He covers football in the Florida area. And he actually said that there's going to be somebody new who is coming to Syracuse in a football position that I believe we've never seen before. He comes from Miami Dr. Crop. He was the head football coach there. His name's Tom Caporelli. And it says, thanks for accepting the director of Florida, Virginia, and junior college recruiting at Syracuse University. That, to me, strikes me as interesting, because when you talk about the fact that we're getting recruits from all over the country, now they're deciding, hey, listen, we know that a lot of the coaching staff has roots in New Jersey and places in the Northeast, but there's an area that maybe we need a little bit of help with. So they're literally bringing in somebody who coaches in the South. It's a really smart idea. It seems innovative, and you're starting to see more and more now, okay, this is the reason why they're able to get people from everywhere, is because they're bringing in the right people who already have those connections.
Yeah, and that's a guy who was a high school coach in Florida, so he's going to have those connections, obviously. I would be interested to know, and that says Florida, Virginia, and junior college.
And junior college recruiting.
I would be interested to know specifically why we picked Florida and Virginia, but hey, I mean, cool nonetheless.
Yeah, me too. It says Coach Caporelli has guided the Lightning to 3 straight postseason appearances. So again, not announced by Syracuse University yet, as far as we're concerned, but
He's got a retweet or two in
Coach
there.
Cap is continuing to retweet a bunch of the Syracuse football stuff.
Yeah.
So it's certainly looking that way.
It fits the growing theme, and we did have, since we've probably have last talked some football, a bunch of the coaches officially confirmed by the school. Nick Williams. Finally, we did see the official announcement for Jeff Nixon, new OC coming over from the New York Giants. Son plays for Washington, I believe. My buddy Nico Tamarian out there was telling me about that. But again, this is a big name, someone that we had been talking about for a few weeks, but everything seemed to be hush-hush. So now that it's official, exciting times. So looking forward to it. And we'll be keeping these going. Like, anytime we get a big name, we're going to be coming on here and breaking it all down.
Just talking about the latest chapter in the Fran Brown book.
Exciting times.
Big time. All right. Orange Zone Overtime. We're out of here. Samantha Croston, Ashley Wenskoski, Rachel Culver, Tommy Sladek. Peace. Comment. Let us know what you think about Marcellus Barnes. See ya.